Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another quick weather update. This is not going to be my normal severe weather breakdown. I'm going to start doing these more just kind of quick update videos every now and then. I just want to talk about two things coming up in the next several days. A major snowstorm that's going to move through, and then also some flooding potential, some pretty decent flooding potential. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to look at the excessive rainfall outlook here. We have a slight risk of flash flooding tonight for portions of southwestern Texas and southwestern Oklahoma here, okay? This is going to include Abilene and San Angelo, so we're going to need to look out for this in this region for some potential flooding, and then the marginal risk in the green there extends all the way up into Oklahoma City and Norman and areas like that up there, all the way up into Enid, all the way back down to the Texas-Mexico border. Now, you may be thinking, okay, that's just a normal flash flooding risk. Well, it continues into tomorrow. That's the problem. We're going to have another slight risk of flash flooding in a very similar area extending from San Angelo all the way back up into Oklahoma City, all the way almost into Wichita, Kansas. The marginal risk does extend into Wichita, Kansas, okay? So flooding in that region is going to be possible. I would like to point out as well, we're going to have a marginal risk for flash flooding in the Great Lakes region tomorrow. That's kind of another area of flooding that we're watching as well. Then going into Wednesday here, we're going to have another slight risk of flash flooding here in Texas and Oklahoma. Can you see why I'm kind of concerned about this now, okay? Once again, San Angelo, Abilene, Wichita Falls, Lawton, Oklahoma City, Stillwater, and Enid, all the way back up to the Oklahoma-Kansas border, and then we have another marginal risk of flash flooding in the Great Lakes region, okay? So the Texas-Oklahoma region specifically is what we're watching here for the most part. Then Thursday, we have another slight risk of flash flooding. This time it's going to be in the Great Lakes region once again, so the Great Lakes is going to have some serious flooding problems as well. Going into Friday, we already have a marginal risk of flash flooding down here back in the Texas region once again, going all the way from DFW almost back up into Springfield, okay? So that's kind of a concern. Texas flooding, Great Lakes flooding, you need to be watching out in those regions. Now, the other big thing that we're going to have coming up this week in terms of the weather is a major snowstorm that's going to come through the region, okay? So as you can see right now, Montana, Idaho, you might already be getting a little bit of snow, all right? Maybe getting a few tenths of an inch, okay? But we're going to play this into 7 p.m. Tomorrow night, and as we can see, some more snow sinks into the United States here, spilling out from Canada, okay? So, unfortunately, we can only go to 7 p.m. tomorrow night, but already by that point, we're going to have several inches of snow fall in the northern Montana region. Near Browning, we could have upwards of 3 or 4 inches of snow here. Once you get to, like, the Montana-Canada border here in the mountainous regions, I mean, this could be upwards of, 6, 7 inches of snow, and this is just for 24 hours, okay? We could get much more than this as the snowstorm continues. Some areas are expected to get over a foot, alright? So this is going to be a pretty dramatic snowstorm, and as you can see, it's already going to start to spill into Wyoming and North Dakota within the next 24 hours. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're watching for. We can also look for the ice forecast here. We could get a few tenths of an inch of ice, maybe, in some regions. A few hundredths of an inch of ice in some regions. But it's not going to be a big deal at all. Ice isn't really a huge threat with this. And then, as we can see, in the past 24 hours, we've already had some snowfall in Montana and Wyoming as well, okay? So we got a decent amount of snow that's going to come through in this region. I wish we could look further out, but unfortunately, 24 hours is all it does, and I just now realized we can go full screen on this, so sorry about that. But, yeah, we're going to have a decent snowstorm move through and some flooding as well, okay? So we got a lot of things to watch for right now. We do have severe storms we do have severe storms as well, but I'm going to cover that more tomorrow. See you later.